Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, the person who played the stuntman for Hugh Jackman in the first 3 X-Men movies, Dr. Yukon Suckit. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Yukon Suckit. Tell your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you once again from my secret underground headquarters, and I am bringing to you a deck that I found over on the Aether Hub, posted by my friend Master of Time. Or what does that say? Yeah, Master of Time. And I thought this deck looked super interesting. Super interesting. And why did I think that? Because as far as I can tell, that this deck is all about putting out lands, and then they just start becoming 3/3 flying hasty creatures. And it's hard to hold up against a swarm of 3/3 hasty creatures. But we'll see how well it pairs out, because I gotta tell you, my biggest problem with this deck is that doesn't happen until you have at least 7 or more lands. And there's the Topiary Stomper, who doesn't become anything decent until you have 7 or more lands. So this deck is waiting. This deck is waiting until you get 7 lands in play before it can really do anything decent. That's rough. But I'm hoping that, because it's a ramp deck, that we will see that 7 lands coming much sooner than expected. So let's take a look at what we got. Here at the low end, okay, this is the deal. So originally this deck called for a different card right there, the deck list. It wanted Joint Exploration in the 1-drop slot right there. In my test plays for it, that Joint Exploration was the card I thought sucked the most. I really did not care for it. So I ended up swapping it out with one of my favorite cards, which is March of the Swirling Mist. And the reason why is because Joint Exploration, what does it do? It lets you scry 2 and draw a card. And then potentially, if you got a land in your hand, you could put it out if you pay the kicker cost. It's cheap, and it's more likely you can put out an additional land. I didn't find that was really the problem. The other cards really do a good job of it. So what I really needed was to basically remove a lot of dudes at one time. And green and blue aren't really, board wipe kind of things. Especially, even board wipes take out your own guys generally too. But March of the Swirling Mist does phasing, and it's cheap. It's the cheapest one out there. 1 blue and X, and you get to phase them out until their opponent's, until that person's next turn or something like that. The spell, the creature phases out, and anything touching to treat it as though they don't exist until the start of their controller's next turn. And the great thing about that is if you do it on their turn, then that means they're phased out their turn and your turn, and they don't come back until the turn after that. So that's a lot of time that you have to do things without their creatures around. See, after that, we got Azusa's Mini Journeys. Azusa's Mini Journeys allows you to play an additional land if you have one in your hand. You gain 3 life, at which point then you get this Likeness of the Seeker, who's just a 3/3. And the deal is if it becomes blocked at some point, you get to untap up to 3 lands you control. Great. Mostly it's just about getting extra lands out fast. Everything after that is just gravy. We got the Floriferous Vinewall, which is a 0/2 for 2 with Defender, so it ain't doing anything, but you can look at the top 6 cards of your library when it comes into the battlefield, reveal a land, and then put it into your hand. So this is not a great card, but it does provide a little bit of defense and allows you to make sure that you're getting those extra lands in your hand. You're not putting it down any faster, but it's just you're guaranteeing that land drop every turn. We got the Llanowar Loamspeaker. This guy is actually really, really sweet. He's a 1/3 for 2, so he's got a big old butt for blocking. He provides you a mana of any color, or you could tap him to make a target land you control become a hasty 3/3 until the end of the turn, and it's still a land. So this guy can give you an extra dude to fight with. Your land specifically. We've got Silver Scrutiny, which allows you to As sorcery speed, I see you can play as an instant provided that X is 3 or less. Otherwise, you can pay for more of that in the X. But it allows you just to draw cards. And there's no, you don't have to discard anything. It's just go get cards, pick it up. So that's actually probably one of the best card draw cards out there right now, in my opinion. Just because you don't have to throw anything away when you're done. There's no sacrificing. There's no discarding, nothing. We got Thirst for Discovery. Here's one of those, though. It's 3 cards. You get to draw 3 mana, draw 3 cards, but you have to discard 2 of them unless you discard a basic land from your hand. Now, you're going to have a lot of land probably in this deck, so you'll probably be able to get away with keeping 2 of them. Topiary Stomper goes out, pretty much does nothing. He can't block, he can't attack, but he can sit around and wait for there to be 7 lands, and he can get you a basic land when he comes into play. Did we talk about Tatyova? I'll just go ahead and talk about it. So Tatyova cost 3 is a 3/3. That's pretty sweet, right? Land creatures you control have flying. Well, so far we've seen that Loamspeaker makes land creatures. So therefore, if Tatyova's out, that creature also is a flying 3/3 with haste. This one says, if you control 7 or more lands, up to 1 target, when a land comes into the battlefield, up to 1 target land you control becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with haste. So that means you could, as long as it's not tapped, it becomes a flying 3/3, ready to go hasty creature right at that point. But guess what? It does not end at the end of the turn. That's forever. It doesn't go away. This one goes away at the end of the turn. This one does not. You just get to keep those guys. And you can still use them as a land if you wanted to. They're just flying, hasty, 3/3 potential mana sources. We got Wrenn and Seven. What does Wrenn and Seven do? Well, usually right off the bat, he gives you a Tree Folk, which has reach and is equal to the number of lands you have in play that you control. So this guy in this deck is going to be buffed. Those Tree Folk are going to be space awesome. But then after that, Wrenn goes out there, looks at the top 4 cards of your library, puts all of the lands that revealed that way into your hand. So more just drop, right? And then if you have a lot in your hand, you can pay 0 to put any number of land cards from your hand into the battlefield tapped. Now, the great thing about that is every time you put a new land into the battlefield, if you have Tatyova out, that's another hasty 3/3 land that you get flying. So yeah, this deck is going to be dropping lands and just creating 3/3 flying hasty dudes like crazy. We got the Cultivator Colossus, which costs you 7. In this deck, 7's probably not that bad. But it's got Trample and XX. What do you think XX is? Well, it's the number of lands you control. So just like the Tree Folk, this guy's going to be equal to the number of lands you control. Hopefully we'll have at least 7 of them to cast this guy. So this guy's going to be like a 7/7 to start off with. Then when he enters the battlefield, you get to put whatever. If you have a land card in your hand, you can put it into the battlefield. If you drew, you can draw a card. And guess what? If you got a land in your hand, you could put it into the battlefield. And then you draw a card. And you repeat until you basically run out of lands in your hand. And guess what that does? It makes him bigger and fatter. It makes the Tree Folk bigger and fatter. It creates more 3/3 hasty flying guys. It's just the insanity at the up level here. You would be able to take all of your lands and just swarm. So as far as lands you do have, we got some basic lands right there. We got Kamigawa Blue that bounces stuff. Kamigawa Green, which disenchants stuff. We got the fast duels. We got a slow duel that gives you a life. And we got the double drops. And the good thing about the double drop is it'll activate Tatyova twice. That's what's great about that card. So you put it out, and then you pick a card, and that one becomes a flyer. And then don't pick this one. I made that mistake. And then you pay a second. This one comes out a second time, which triggers it and makes another card into a flyer. So yeah, I'm actually surprised we don't see more of these in here. That would actually probably be pretty good. If you can get Tatyova out, this thing will activate her, and yeah, basically this is landfalls. What that is. So yeah, this deck looks really good. So let's take it out and see how well it does. All right, we're playing against Temor. 1, 2, 3. I like it. Hello, Azusa. I am familiar with your mini journeys. All right, 3. Can't play Tatyova. Can't play Wrenn and Seven. Need to get another green land. Hey, what? Let's go ahead and pop this guy out. Let's see if we can pull green out of the mix here. Yeah, we can. That's even better. All right, you'll protect me, Wall. What's that thing? All right, whatever. One guy. 2. And put out a tree foe. You coming at me, yo? That's what dead stuff sounds like. All right, this thing is 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's throw out Tides. Let's pop this guy up and see if we can get some more lands here. Cool. Put that out. And Thirst for Discovery. Get rid of that land. I'll attack. Anything you can do to get yourself that extra card. All right, see you later, Wrenn. It was nice knowing you. Three, 4, 5, 6. One more is going to get us a Colossus Cultivator. You. Not a land. With haste, huh? I don't have anything that's untapped. What was that? Oh, he's got a pop. All right. No tax. What do we got? 8, 11, 14, 20. Sure, the flying one. That sounds good. All right, let's count it out now. We got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I got plenty here. So I just got to knock out, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, we got it. 5. 1. Whoa. Oh, can't submit 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Autopay. Here we go. Victory. Victory! Come on, don't make me say it a third time. Victory! Oh, there we go. Alright, we're playing against Squid on Steroids. Squid on Steroids, okay. I thought they were trying to say like Squid Monster, but no, that's not it. 4 mana, let's keep it. Alright, I'm going to pop this guy. We'll go grab ourselves a Frost. No, good for him. Alright, we're going to green up, but still nothing to do. Topiary Stompers are coming out next. That's a whole lot of not blocking or attacking. He's got a counterspell up there. Let's throw one out, see if he bothers to get rid of it. There we go. Alright, you can shut up, dragon. Try another Topiary. Alright, we're up to 5. Alright, so at this point, let's just see if he's got a counter on him. And he does. We're going to throw this one out just so we can ramp up a little bit faster here. And we are done. What do I got? 6. And that's the end of it. Alright, we're playing against Dezbend. Dezbend. I thought he might have been related to D's nuts, but apparently that does not appear to be the case. I'm going to put out a wall. This is a weird draw here. Looks like we're going up against another SIMIC deck. One green, not going to be so bad. Right there is a good card. Ooh, the Dimir box. Alright, let's pop out this, which will then get us into... No, that's not going to help us at all. We need to keep going. Done. Want to pull at least a couple off of Silver Scrutiny. Well, this guy's going for it. Discard a card. Discard down to 7, huh? That kind of sucks. I'm just going to pop this one. I thought that was 7. I thought I had like... I guess I thought I had 4 cards. Or I thought I had enough to be 7. Let's put it that way. You got a guy. You got a guy. Alright, there is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in my hand. Nothing worth playing. I could bounce some stuff, but I don't think I really care to do that at the moment. Let's just be done. No copying stuff. All right, there we go. Boy, this is just a painfully slow version of this deck at this point. 6, 7 will get us into the Cultivator Colossus. Lots of guys. No attacks. Alright, so he's got a lot of guys there. I'm not really going to be able to pin them all down. Alright, I got an Azusa's Journey where I can play an instant land, which I do not have. I've got an 8 who would just be killed by all of his dudes that are there. Let's just send over Red Rover, I guess. Next to combat. 1, 2. Go on in. Alright, so we have 3 abilities to choke them back. Eat it. Yeah, you're protecting your stuff, huh? Let's do this. 1, 2, and then I have the ability to block 3 more. 1, 2, 3. That's fine. Still taking 8 points of damage off of that crap, huh? Autopay. Hopefully I'm not dead. There we go, I lived. I lived all the way through it. It's fantastic. Alright, what do I got there? Alright, so I got plenty of attackers right there. He's got 4. Let's see, 1. I got 5 more. Let's just start pinning people down. 5. I can do 2 more if I do that. Is that enough? 1, he's got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sure, let's just do it. Cancel. Was it 5, 6, 7? Submit. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Autopay. Oh, I used all my stupid lands up. I mean, I got 9 and 3 coming in now. He's got the ability to block 1. That's it. Woo! I counted it wrong, but just barely took it. Winner, winner, victory dinner. All right, come on, man. I can't do that. We're playing against Bob. Playing against Bob. All right, we got 4 mana and some stuff. 3, 3, and 5. Bob. All right, while we're waiting, we'll view the battlefield. Say hello to Cubert. We'll feed him some Energon cubes. I wonder if Bob's with us today. I can put out the fire game. It's easy with only 4 candles, but 6, that's a problem. Come here and try it. There you go. Keep. All right, let's put out slow. Double green. We're good with that. Good night, Night Dragon. Night, night. Are we playing against an angel deck? All right, here's the number 3, which I'll go ahead and start doing a Stomper. And green up. Out to 4. 3 more will be up to 7. Next turn I can Wrenn and Seven it. That's going to help against the Flyers. All right, man. Look, you got 5 points of flying. I got 19 life. Come at me, bro. Yeah, this is an angel deck. That's slow. It's too slow for me. All right, Wrenn and Seven. There you go. My future involves keeping Wrenn alive. Let's do that. That's not good. All right, I'm going to go ahead. Man, do I have to just hit him down or something? That'd take me 4 mana. Anyways, there's that. Let's pop this guy up by 1, because what else can I do? All right, so we still have, how much do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to, I had 4. I can keep myself alive. 2's not going to do me anything. So let's just nixed it. You coming down on me, yo? Surprised you're just not going for my throat. That'd be more than 8. All right, 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna pop for another Man of Constant Sorrow. And Colossus Cultivator. Sure, let's do it. Give me another land. Yes. Give me... Yes! Alright, no, we're all done there. 21... Victory! Alright, we're playing against Makolak 31. Makolak. Alright, 4 lands and some stuff. Let's keep it. Are we going first? Yeah. Alright, we'll put out the slow guy. There's the fast. I'm gonna play a fast one. I'm gonna play a fast one. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Alright, let's go for green. Okay, 4, 5, 6 mana. Seven. Yeah, green, sure, whatever. All right, speed bump, get in the way. All right, from here we're up to 5. Unfortunately, it comes into play tapped, so that's 6. We're going to have 7 on the next turn, which means the Topiary Stompers are going to be awesome. That's not good. Let's give this a shot first. Alright, we'll put out another Topiary Stomper, which is going to get us a tapped land, unfortunately, which I'll have to make into a blocker. Alright, so we can attack with a lot of cool stuff at this point. Yeah, let's do it. I got a Vigilant Topiary Stomper. He's hungry for blood. We got a lot of guys. Alright, there's another land. Sure, why not you? And here's another Topiary Stomper. We'll grab another basic land. And we'll turn this one into a flyer. And we'll send in 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you got 3 blockers. You could double up and kill one of them. That's a lot of touchy Tutcherson. Alright, got him down to 2. You think you can try to bum rush me? Not a zombie. I think that's it. Down to 11. Unfortunately, I got a lot of flyers. And there we go. Victory! Alright, so here we are with the, what is this, Tatyova lands deck? I like to think of it as SIMIC land tribal. And, man, I am impressed by this deck. I think it is really good. I just thought, well, what can lands do? Well, apparently, you unleash your land, you turn them into 3/3 flying creatures. It can do a lot. So this deck originally came, like I was saying before, with, let's see, what was it called? Joint Exploration over here in the 1-drop, which I swapped out for March of Swirling Mist. I gotta say, I think March of Swirling Mist is excellent in this deck, and I think it won me the game at least 2 times. Just because, people build up their crap, they got some pretty sweet looking guys, but then, 5 mana and all of their dudes are gone. I mean, maybe one's left over. There's just not much to it. So, yeah, and then you could just march right in, do whatever you want. So anyways, what an incredible deck. So who was the hero here? And the hero was Tatyova, Steward of Tides. That definitely was it. When this creature came out, I mean, if you see this creature hit, you have to kill it. This is the beating heart of a combo deck, which is pretty much this and putting a bunch of lands out, right? Cultivator Colossus is, it's the frosting on the cake. Because when this thing comes out, if you can start landing land after land after land, you're just building that flying 3/3 army like it's nobody's business there. I mean, you got enough other creatures and stuff throwing out, mana every turn, every, new lands again and again and again. I mean, this deck really pounds it out. So let's give it a rating then. The question is this deck competitive? And, I don't want to say I don't know, because the reason why is I didn't pick this up off a competitive list. So therefore, I don't know if it was competitive. But I can say in my play, I got a 71% win rate, which is really good. I would be more concerned maybe if I'm going up against some control decks or something. That would be kind of bad. Something where they're knocking off individual creatures. Maybe you're seeing a bunch of counter spells happening. That would probably be a downfall for this deck. But against the decks we played against, this deck did incredibly well. So I'm going to say yes, it is competitive. Secondly, is it fun? I found it to be very fun. And lastly, is it interesting? I would say the hallmark of this deck is how interesting it is. Because, yeah, at least I've never played against a land tribal deck before like this, where it's the lands are the creatures that are out there doing stuff. Yeah, so that is fantastic. I got to give this deck, in my opinion, an A+. A+ for the land deck. Not being played. But you heard it here, folks. Tatyova lands, definitely the way to go. So, if you so choose to play with this deck, I hope you have as much fun with it as I did. That is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.